This here is a very small segment from the Clash of Ashes Discord podcast that I was invited onto. If you wish to watch the entire episode, then it's linked down below. It's over like half an hour long, so it's more content I produce over a month, to be fair. So if you're interested in more of my voice, go check that out, boys.
To start off our conversation, how can we make Goblin Giant an actual Clash Royale card instead of being bad?
Oh, is this
It
where we're
being
going?
actual trash.
Mate, I have an idea, right? This is I don't want to plug anything, but I said this in a video, right? Why don't we just make the Goblin Giant extremely fast? Just make him essentially a hog rider, right? Because in the little intro video that they did on Radio Royale or whatever they want to call it, they were like, oh, you can use him as a punish play. Sure, but he's not like that potent, right? But if he got to the tower in like 0.1 seconds, he would be like an OP punish play. And I feel like just making him so fast would be a interesting buff, to say the least. I'm not like... I get this in the comments a lot about adding like another spear gob, but I have no idea how overpowered that'd be, just because we've never had like invincible units before. So I think I would prefer them to just up the movement speed. I don't know how any of you feel about that, but I think that's how I'd do it.
Okay. Agnes, do you have any comments before I jump in?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So personally, I do feel that the Goblin Giant, if we did make it super fast, and then you would definitely probably put it in the meta, because it wouldn't just be a good power play, but you have to think about it like this. It's a really good tank, and its tanking ability, and you got to think about this as well. They have the two spear goblins in the back. That can give you a lot of chip, and I think it would make it an even better punishing play, and it would really make that fall into meta. Like, Gullum would be dead, because unless you can have a pump in hand, you could easily punish, and it would, like, destroy the first tower easily.
Yeah, I'm with that.
So I don't think that's necessary. I think it is fast, correct?
Yeah. It's
Yes.
medium. No, I think it's medium. I think all the other tanks are
It's
slow,
slightly
and I think that one's
faster.
medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
every other tank.
If the speed is medium, I think we should make it fast.
Yeah.
I think extremely fast is too quick, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down with fast.
I'm of the opinion where it needs a little bit of a health buff, like, I don't know, like a 5% maybe. I don't know, somewhere in that range. And you change out the Spear Goblins for a Dart Goblin. As, like, I understand, like, the Dart Goblin's good, but maybe you can make it where it's hit by spells or something. I don't know how you would change that. That would be an interesting interaction.
See, I'm cool with the
But
Dark Gob, but I think
Okay.
Supercell like aren't into doing that. I think they'd rather keep the core of the card what it is. Like with Barbarian Barrel, this may have just been a meme, but when it first came out, I was like, put an E-Barb in there, see what happens, right? But I don't think Supercell would ever do that. I think they want to keep the
No.
core of every card the same. I like the idea, but I don't think it's like a viable thing that they'd do. I think personally,
Sure.
it's like in an undefined role at the moment. I think it either needs to be something you build around, or it needs to be a punish play. And I think just tweaking the movement speed, either way, like you can make it slow or fast, but just tweak the movement speed so we know what we're doing with it. We're not just sort of putting it down and it's doing its thing.
Yeah.
For me, it just dies way too fast.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
it doesn't even, like, it barely takes down a tower.
Yeah.
That's for 6 elixir. That's, in my opinion, not good enough.
Here's a fun
as a
fact.
tank. As a tank play.
If it's left alone, the Goblin Giant does more damage, like it'll take a tower, and then it'll do more damage to the King Tower than a normal Giant will. Granted, it costs
Sure,
one
but
more.
because you have
But...
Spear Goblins.
Yeah. But granted, it costs one more, but
Right.
that's still a fun fact.
Yeah, but then there's also the fact that you can counter it with Swarm Troops, but they don't do as much as they normally would to a tank.
Yeah.
But I'm of the opinion where it just needs to be it needs to be a tank and not just a knight with some Spear Goblins on his back.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with a unique ability. You know,
It is
you have
very
the
unique.
Goblin Giant. You were saying that it wasn't a good tank. It's 2039-40, 2,394 tournament standard, and then you have the unique ability with the Spirit Goblins on the back. I feel it already is a tank. And with the Swarm Troops, that's why you carry a spell like a Zap or a Log.
Sure, I gotcha. Like, I'm just of the opinion where while it does tank, it doesn't take well enough for it to be considered like a punish play. Like, there's also cheaper punish plays, like they go in for, I don't know, something like a pump at the back, or they go in for a heavier play, like a giant or something like 5 or 6 elixir, you can just go use battle ram. It's a much more punishing play
Yeah.
that allows you to have more elixir to defend.
Yeah, Hog Rider as well. Like, there's so many better, like, more
Yeah.
potent punish cards, which is why I'm like, make it faster. But like, the health is also an issue because it costs like 17% more than a giant, but I believe its health is like 40% worse or something. It's pretty bad.
Here, I'll do a quick check. Giant's health attorney standard is 3344.
Yeah, so like 1,000 more. I mean, 1,000
Yeah, so it's
more.
roughly 1,000 more.
Yeah. So like,
I
considering
don't
it
have
has
Goblin Giant locked on my account.
considering it has like
Yeah,
2,400,
2394.
it's like
Yeah,
it's about
almost
40.
2,400.
Yeah, I did it in a video, so that's the only reason I have those stats off the top of my head.